Most people don't enjoy taking tests, but for some students, test anxiety has a substantial impact on the test-taking experience. The hallmark of test anxiety is that it interferes with your ability to perform well in an exam situation. You might experience test anxiety in a variety of ways. You may feel confident while studying, but during the test, you can't remember anything, or your thoughts get jumbled and start racing. You may answer questions and then start second-guessing your answers, worrying about them until you can't focus on the other questions. You may have feelings of fear, anger, helplessness, and self-deprecation. You may even have physical symptoms such as a headache, nausea, sweating, digestive issues, dizziness, shakiness, or feeling like you can't catch your breath. So if any of this happens to you, know that you are not alone. Many students experience test anxiety in many forms, and it is something you can learn to manage. Here are some strategies. Don't allow negative self-talk. The quickest way to get yourself buried in anxiety is to berate yourself and focus on your shortcomings. Make it a personal rule. If you don't know an answer or make a mistake, you move on without thinking judgmental thoughts. Remind yourself of perspective. One exam won't make or break your future. Most successful people have had academic struggles and failed a few exams. Your performance on an exam just shows how thoroughly you learn specific material. It doesn't evaluate your overall potential to be successful. Be as prepared as you can and go in with confidence. Study thoroughly and ask an instructor about anything you are unsure about so that you can give yourself an honest pep talk at test time. You want to be able to say, "I am prepared. I understand the material. I have set myself up for success." Use Penn Foster's policies to your advantage. Not only do you have as much time as you need to study and prepare for the test, and to take the test itself, you can retake each exam, except for the written exams. So remember that there isn't any pressure for the first attempt at an exam. If you don't do well, you get another chance. You can also take breaks between questions to walk away and calm yourself. Find a relaxation strategy that works for you and practice outside of test time. Look into strategies such as deep breathing, grounding exercises, guided imagery, visualizing a positive outcome, and progressive muscle relaxation. Whichever resonates most with you, practice it several times each day. That way, when you are starting to get anxious during test time, you have a go-to strategy to help keep your thoughts in place. Write down your test-taking strategies to reference during the test. For example, a good strategy is to read the question, consider what you think the answer is and why, then read all of the answers and choose one. Some people with test anxiety go too fast, reading the questions and choosing the first answer that jumps out at them without even reading all of the options. Write down your strategies as a checklist and reference it to keep you focused on the process when you start to get anxious. Dwell on the best possibilities. If you tend to start worrying or thinking negatively and going down a spiral of all of the bad possible outcomes, combat this by choosing to do the opposite. Dwell on the best possible outcomes, even if they seem unrealistic. Think, what's the best that could happen? And visualize it. You should talk with a success coach about test-taking strategies. Use any of these methods to reach out to a coach today.